Welcome to my channel, guys. Thank you very much for always checking in. I see your comments, I hear you, and I see the conversations. It's good to have people who are of the same mind, to having conversations about how to retire home, on when to return. Also, we're talking about this. So today, my video today is about updating on what we've been doing about homesteading in Murewa and the rural areas, because I've seen that it's much more expensive now to live in Harare. So we thought of building homestead in Harare. So today the video is about the progress, what we've done so far about building homesteading in Murewa, in our rural home. It's an exciting episode. We're very excited about this stage of life. So we're gonna share with you. So those people, some people are hesitating to say, how is this done? Is it that expensive? It is not, I tell you. So without further ado. So yes, last time when we last spoke, guys, you remember we spoke about we had cleared we got the land from our parents, which was given to my husband, who's the last born. So that is good. So we managed to put boundaries on the land, some fence, some chicken fence around the land, so that we're able to keep boundaries. So we've done that. We cleared the land. I think you saw that we're cutting trees to clear the land for us, and now we're beginning to put structures. Putting structures. The kitchen has been started. The foundation has been dug. So we're gonna talk you through the process for us to get to where we are right now. That the video is all about today. The process that we did when we were planning about this building, when we wanted to start the building process, we thought of bricks, which is the most important thing, the important item that you need when building. So we thought, we compared prices to say what is the cheapest way for us to get value for our money. So we decided to have bricks made by the stand where we were. We've got like an anthill in our land. So we used that anthill to have bricks made by the guys from the local people. So we charged like $35 per thousand. So we had I think 26,000 bricks that they did for us, and all the trees that we cut off from the land, that's what we used to fire the kiln. So one of the kiln is already ready. So the challenges that we face, so they make them and they lay them down on the ground, as you can see from the video. So after they lay them down, they lay them dry for some days. But there were some challenges, when you are making those bricks, because they are mixing with hands. Some of the mixture is not as consistent as if you are doing with a machine. So the challenges that we face, which we may need to think about when we are making on bricks, the bricks, some of them they cracked. A few of them cracked, so that now when you're trying to make them into a kiln, some of them were breaking. So we had to increase the number, maybe up to 2,000, to increase number, so that we have enough bricks that we wanted. But the job was fantastic because we used our own soil from our own land. We used firewood from the trees that we cut down. So after the kiln was arranged, as you can see from the picture, so they have to burn it. I think those who have the rural areas, So they put firewood and they burn for a week until the bricks are ready. We found that it was a cheaper way of doing it than taking them from Harare. From Harare, I think it's like, 120 per thousand, quite expensive. So that helped us to cut a lot of cost. Other people use cement, but we thought, why not use just soil? So if you've got an anthill in your yard, you can use that to make bricks. So they come out so well, as you can see from there. 26,000. I don't know how much we could have paid if we had used, bought from Harare. And also, we didn't need to. And also, it feels so good, like to live in a house that you've built with your own hands, from the soil, from our own land, from our father's land. And that anthill, that is where our mother used to make some. She used to plant mbora, those who know. So when we're digging that, it gives us memories of our family. So these are some of the things when you're making homestead. It's just something very personal, something that reminds you of your childhood. So making those bricks, it was something that we really loved, that we were passionate about. Even when you see the house, you can see those bricks are from our own land, from our own anthill, which was quite good. Building sometimes could be challenging, but as we've been building in Harare, that gives us some experience of how to do this thing. So the next step that we did, actually before the bricks, we had to think of plans that we wanted for our homestead. First of all, Chekutanga kitchen. Kitchen. First of all, we had to start a plan for a round kitchen. We wanted the traditional kitchen, you know, the one when you go, it gives you a home feel. It gives you like a rural feel. I didn't want to take my Harare home and take it to the rural area, so I wanted something different, but which had a rural feel. So we chose a round kitchen with windows on each side, as you can see from that plan, and also it's got a little veranda, so that when you come over from the fields, you can actually hide and leave your shoes there before you get into the house. And also some people I've seen other people using like the iron sheets for the kitchen, but we thought we wanted it thatched to keep it traditional, so that also smoke can escape and also you keep it good. So this is what we did. We chose a thatched house, and also inside the hut normally we would have probably we have benches and rukua. I don't know what to call rukua in English, and all that. We have all that, but ours we kind of made it a bit better, modernized, so that when you are there you don't really miss Harare. So we did benches, of course. We are planning also to have shelves and also to have working surfaces whereby you can cut bread, you can put you can serve food. So we're gonna do counters, but those counters will be made from cement, and the shelves as well, like kitchen units, but those kitchen units will be made from cement. So we had to do a lot of homework, seeing what other people are doing, and also looking on YouTube, looking on Facebook. There's Let's Build Zimbabwe. That Facebook page is quite a good page, whereby if you want to see designs, and the people there are so polite, so you have to do a lot of homework before you sit on a plan. So I will show you this part of the kitchen which is being built, and also we had to choose a design for our bedroom. Our bedroom decided to do a three-bedroom bedroom. All of them have got ensuite, because we are thinking ahead. Sometimes, you know, when you build a house, don't think like limited where you are right now. You have to think ahead. So in my mind, I was thinking like, how about if my guests that I'm having Airbnb right now, they want to go to my rural? They are so far, my son had come with young people who want to taste actually the authentic Zimbabwean rural. So I thought, how can I make that? So we decided to have ensuites in the bedrooms. So each bedroom has got ensuite, so that if people decided to come to have an Airbnb, they've got somewhere decent to sleep. But the ensuite doesn't need to be very expensive. Instead of having those shower cubicles of glass, we decided to make them out of cement, you know, and just have a shower head from the bowl, which is quite cheap. So each bedroom has got each one ensuite and its own toilet, so that when we have guests who want to come and stay with us, they're able to do that. Or if you want to turn that home into an Airbnb, so you have to think ahead. Sometimes we are very limited in our thinking about the money that we have. But what I want to tell you is that, you know what, God is a provider. God is a provider. So you have to plan things that are positive. And those things, they don't necessarily need to be very expensive. Like that home, we are not going to use any tiles. We are going to use cement. We are going to use local material to build that bedroom. And also we thought of the roof. The roof is going to be a flat roof. Flat roof, as you can see, flat roof, which is quite cheap, which we just use, the cross wooden bars, which is the hip roof, probably will be more expensive. So when you are thinking of a plan to build a rural home, you need to think of the expenses. So at home, I think it doesn't need to be that expensive. Most of the things are locally made. The soil, we got it from the land. River sand, we got it from the local river. The rubble, the gravel, we got it, there was ruare, what do you call ruare? Ruare in English. We have ruare in our yard. So we hired people to break those stones to make it into quarry that we needed for the foundation. So we make sure we provided all the materials. We were quite cheap, we were quite local. So the few things that we acquired from Harare. So when we had showed our builder the plan that we wanted, we had to choose a builder who was well experienced. You know, he's a builder that we know. He's my uncle. He's a very good builder. So if you've got here trying to build a rural home, he's the guy to take. Within 3 days, the house is where it is, as you can see it. But it started only 3 days ago. But we had to acquire the material after he wrote us the quantities of the things that he wanted after we spoke to him. So we send our quotation to Homestead, and you can do that online on WhatsApp. You send it to them. They bring you the prices, or one by one, item by item. After they bring you the prices, they tell you the price, and they can actually send the money, and they just pay. So the people will just go to find a lorry and hire, and we'll go to Murewa. After that, we hired a lorry. to pick up all the items that we wanted. We picked the cement, we picked all the brick force, we picked all the things that we needed, the plastics, everything. Windows, window frames, the poles for the house, all the basic things that we needed. So we hired a big lorry and sent that home. The lorry costed up to us about maybe $300 to drop at Murewa. As you can see, they were packing and then dropped at Murewa at midnight for the job to start. Sometimes people think it's a mammoth task to start these projects. But what I tell you that these days they're so even though you can compare your quotations. Bola, if you just Google, the bolas are now on the net. They just got a WhatsApp. The Homestead, they're on WhatsApp now. The electro cells, they're on WhatsApp. So just send your message with your list of the things that you wanted, and they'll send you a quote exactly the amount you're supposed to compare. And you can actually buy while you're abroad. You can actually send man through Mukuru, or you can send through other people that they go and just pay the exact amount, and you know exactly what you're collecting. You can actually pay on last week, then say I'm gonna come and collect on Monday, which is easier, which we're finding before challenging when we're people in the diaspora to say, oh, people, they give you fake receipts and things like that. But these days I found it very, very useful, and I found it was very authentic. So guys, if you're out there, if you're planning to buy something, just get a quote. And then once you get a quote, to find that it's not that exorbitant, it's not that big. Our quote actually for door frames, cement, 50 bags of cement to start the project going, I think it costed about $1,000, isn't it? Then plus transport is about 1,300. So when you've got 3,000, you're able to kick off that project. Then you can go as you progress. But sometimes if you haven't done that project, you find that you will like be worried how much would that cost you. But things are not expensive, because most of the things that we have home are quite they're free of charge. So because our homestead, we were the starters of that project. It's a Padongo Pampapedu. There was nothing. Our homesteads are quite far, so our builder had to go with a tent. I thought they had to set a tent up and make a fire by the side to start building. So they just went into the yard that day and locked the gates, and they started from scratch. So you can actually start from scratch, because some of you may be thinking, oh, I don't have a relative to help me to do that. But your builder can actually go. My builder is quite good. He can actually go. Even when there's no one, they took their pot, they took everything, and they set up a tent to start the project. Then but we had already supplied the stones, we'd supplied the soil, we'd supplied all the things that they needed, and just a few workers to help with ramming and things like that. So they made the fire outside, and they were sleeping in the tent because the place is already fenced. There's no harm, and it's gated, and there's a key. So there's no harm. So they stayed in that fence, and they started building. So this video I'm making now today, it's actually the third day. As you can see where the kitchen is now, it's actually third day that they've been building. Imagine after a week, after 2 weeks, then after that they'll start the bedroom. So it's a very exciting journey. I'm excited, and the plan that we're thinking to do ahead, I'm finding zero life quite peaceful. I'm thinking, because I think when you retire, you go to Harare. Just our house in Harare is big. There's some space to do some gardening, but I don't think it's big enough. It's big enough. So our rural home, we thought it was an extension of our life in Zim. Yeah, so it's very exciting. But another very good aspects of this kind of work, it's always good to start your own authentic ground, to start from scratch. Then you can design it the way you want. So now we're having dreams about how would the homestead look like. We are going to build like chicken runs, and we're going to be looking after goats. We're going to be doing some gardening. We're going to be doing some, we're thinking about, where are we gonna put the tank? I think the tank will need to be 4 meters high so that the water goes into the house through gravity. I think we'll be showing that as the project's progressing, and it will have probably a storeroom at the bottom. So the bowl will pump water into the tank, maybe a 10,000 liter tank. Then the water will be drawn from the tank through gravity into the house, which means you can have flashing water. And also thinking about septic tank. Septic tank, we'll be doing some research. There are now septic tanks that we can buy from electro cells. They're about, I think, $800. $500 that you can put in without digging, without worrying about so many things. So we are now thinking about if we are going to have some, because we've got a boundary fence and then we've got a chicken fence. So the boundary fence, probably we're going to look out, we're going to, I don't know, to be having some milk kettles or things like that. So those are all things that we are thinking about. But this thing's gonna do stage by stage, how the hut look like. We're thinking about a fire pit. We're going to have a fire pit whereby we're gonna have a fire padare, whereby we'll just sit down and people will chat and make a fire and you know, roast some maize, all that. And even the bedroom, how it will look like. A shelter hose, we're thinking of to have a hose. I don't know what to call hose. A storeroom, I don't know, to chengetera chibage. So it's gonna be very traditional. Even the wardrobes are going to be made of cement, traditional things. We are not going to buy anything. And then if we're going to buy very little, probably the metal poles. So, but we have to do so much homework about these things. I think it's a very exciting project. You know, we are going to make it a self-sustaining project. And solar will be solar, will be grid, will be off grid. Only, just solar only, and it should be okay. We are so excited about this, you know. I can imagine, because when we stayed in Harare for those 4 months, and that's why we're saying you need to go and test first to see how does it feel. When we stayed in Harare for those 4 months, we found that there was not much to do in Harare. There wasn't a lot, though there was some hustling which we'll be doing, but sometimes I thought you just needed to go somewhere whereby we just go and chill out and do some projects and do chicken projects where the land is cheaper. There's vast piece of land. The land is quite big, so you do all sorts of plant. You can grow so lots of fruits, lots of animals that you can bring to Harare and feed on. Because in Harare, you know, vegetables, food, meat, everything is quite expensive. And also, I think, like I said, most people think about, what will I be eating? Do I need a business? That's a business as well. Because you can take your home. Like us already, we're already on Airbnb. People are using our home as an Airbnb. So we thought when we have guests, probably we just go to our home and relax and then come back to Harare if we need to. And also, I think after staying here in London, when it's so crowded and everything, it'll be nice to go somewhere whereby, I don't know whether it's my age, whereby somewhere you just go relax, it's laid back, it's serene, you're mixed with the people that you want, you've got all the space that you want, you're breathing, you know, unpolluted air, rather than in Harare. In Harare, I found it very busy. The moment you come out of the streets, they're busy, and also going to town, it's not even a joke, you know. Though we live in Mount Pleasant, it's a bit quieter. But I just found that spending time in the hut was not our thing. When we stayed 4 months there, that's when we thought of the homestead. And to tell you the truth, guys, homesteading is not that expensive. I told you, $3,000 in your hand, you'll be able to start that project. It can go as far as possible. So this is where we are at the moment. We'll be sharing with you further progress. So guys, this is our journey. If you've got any comment section, if you've got any comments about this project, just let us know. If you want us to tell me what your thoughts about homesteading. I know we're thinking about relocating to Zimbabwe. Now we're going further to say homesteading. Guys, can you share some thoughts about what you are thinking about going to rural? Or is it better to stay in Harare or to go rural? Those that are already there, can you guys share your experience? I'm so excited about that rural project. I've never been so excited about a project. At night, my husband was just talking about that project. Day and night, I'm imagining I'm busy looking for houses, busy looking for things that are different. Like we've been researching for this for the longest time. I think maybe for more than a year. And now all these things are coming into effect. So you have to imagine before you see it. And you know, some people say, I don't want even to think about it because I don't have the money. But I know when you start to think about a thing, God start to provide for those things for you. And things start to come, resources start to come. So don't say, oh, I won't do that. Even if you've got $500 in your hand, start to have bricks made at a homestead. Once you have bricks made, another step, another step, another step, and you reach the whole dream. So you builders, you homesteaders, you relocators, I wish you well. I am in the journey. So we are here now for a while, just for the summer, and also just to top up our budget for the homestead. Otherwise, we'd have gone. So we are still in it together. Let's carry on, share your thoughts. If you know anything where you can find things that are cheaper, I can share the number of the builder in the description section, so you can get hold of me or you can get hold of him. He's quite a good builder, and he's fast, and he's a very economic. He's a builder who's been used to build in the rural area, so it's quite economic. It didn't cost us much. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much. Please, if you have reached this point and you haven't subscribed, please kindly subscribe so that I continue to share more content with you. Kindly share this with your friends and family. But one thing that you can do for me today, just subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. That's what I can say to do. One thing that I can ask you to do today. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much as we continue to share this journey. So keep your eyes open for the next video about the progress. Probably the house will be there. Probably, I forgot to tell you that there will be a tape in the kitchen. We are going to have a tape in the kitchen, not going out in the rain. No. Even that round kitchen, we are going to put a tape and a sink so that we can still wash your plates, and in there, it will be a rural, modernized kitchen. Guys, thank you. Always a pleasure to come and share this journey with you.